really tough situations. So we might see potentially absolutely fantastic rescues from the survivor side if they have to rescue against Zeus Breaking Wheel. Very, very curious to see how this plays out again with the Breaking Wheel on the Ever-Sleeping Town. That definitely seems to be a strong character for the Hunter side. But we also have seen how survivors already were able to tie on the Ever-Sleeping Town against a very strong Breaking Wheel. Let's jump into this match. We can see that Zeus already found the first survivor, which, as far as I can tell, is the Magician. Utilizes that skill, is rotating around and is vaulting right in front of the Hunter, getting a little bit of distance, but already having one spike attached to him.
Yeah, interesting choice for Magician to actually use an illusion on the wheel for him. We never really see that actually come up here. Will he use another one? No, he doesn't use the illusion here, Grizzly, which means that all the Breaking Wheel has to do is go back into wheel form, and he can actually just use that full that snap ability. Can he get the spike here onto the Magician? No, he's going to make it to the window in time, which means that Magician can stay alive a little bit longer here. This is going to force Zeus out of wheel form. He may take down the portal first. Okay, so he's going to take down the portal first. He's probably going to get out of wheel form here. Magician still has an illusion to work with. I believe Priestess actually took Tram. No, she's actually going to go ahead and do a Cypher nearby. I was going to say, if she took Tram, that could be very detrimental. It's going to slow down Cypher Rush a lot. He does actually hit a beautiful trap there. Magician's going to use his last illusion. Oh, he tries to bait it. Doesn't go for it, and Zeus will go right back into wheel form. He'll try to get that last spike here. Going for that spike. Can he get it? They're going to use the owl to get him to that window. Keeping him alive a little bit longer. Just really abusing this incredibly strong graveyard window. And it really begs the question of Zeus not bringing confined space. Why? It really comes back to hurt him here. So just going for that left-right build, I imagine. And just like that, a very good kite already for this Magician.
Yeah, that is extremely strong. As I said, Magician can really give you a headache, and this is definitely happening right here. Will that spike attach? Yes, it will. Now it is open season right here for Zeus, but that portal might give enough time for the Magician to get away from here. Fantastic job. Utilizes that global portal, is out of sight from Zeus, and now Zeus needs to transition across the entire map. Luckily for Zeus, we have the Breaking Wheel, who is not really struggling with that too much, but Priestess might be able to just pick up the Magician and to prolong that kite for even more, giving the survivors more chance to finish these Cypher machines. Fantastic job on the survivor team, very well coordinated. Magician really buying time right here.
Yeah, and it's also interesting that we didn't see Zeus has Trade Swap. If Trade Swap was up, I think it actually would have been better for him, honestly, just to teleport there. We're going to see him get out of wheel form there and go for the snap. Teleport to the Magician, so the Priestess has enough time to heal up. Now the question is, forward in the area? No, he is not. Doesn't matter. Zeus does have excitement, so the survivors are on track to potentially win this round here. They have enough Cypher progress. Unless Zeus can pressure down some of these Cyphers, you have to abuse the wheel form. You have to abuse the presence, the map pressure of Breaking Wheel, and try to prevent them from working on those last Cypher. He's going for the Priestess instead, which means he's not pressuring the Cypher machines that are being worked on. So still on track to win here for the survivors. It's going to be very difficult. 2 Cyphers remaining. Goes to the trap. He's going to be able to down the Priestess, slowing down Decoding, reaching that full presence as well, but Magician able to create some distance, can get to corner house as well, still has an illusion to work with, and Zeus getting stuck on that Cypher machine. That's going to be very important here. Now he's going to have to go back to Priestess and try to chair her. So OVO looking like they have a winning position so far.
Oh, that is extremely strong. We have the forward right there. Will the forward pull something off? He might potentially come in for a stun with the chair, but is waiting it out a little bit longer, is buying more time for the rest of the team to relocate. We can see Cypher machines are not being decoded right now, but they are trying to push them. We can see that Magician already working, and we have the Priestess being able to get out of it and was utilizing that portal just in time. Zeus is hitting it, and now we can see Forward is being the one who is taking a little bit of damage. A little bit of a back and forth right here, but Zeus is ultimately concentrating on the survivors he already had, is going back to that Magician. You want to get that Magician. Magician definitely the best find, is not really having a lot of abilities, has one magic wand left, is utilizing the window in his advantage. Now has the second spike attached, and that might potentially bring him down with the snap right here through the pallet. Actually is trying to swing, cannot snap yet, but that is definitely a situation where the Magician will go down right here. Cypher pop is not happening. There was a little bit of a moment where Zeus was patient, but the Cypher machine wasn't primed yet. Is primed now. One survivor can come in for the rescue, which is the Seer. He can take hits. He can take hits, and that's fine. And Zeus knows it. Zeus knows that there's something up. Cypher machine is being popped right away. The rescue just happened right here, which means Magician is still halfway damaged, but that's absolutely fine. We have 4 survivors up and running. Magician right here really providing the kite and the time for the team to pull off these Cypher machines. Fantastic job. Late game is accurate, as you already mentioned. It looks extremely good for OvO. They might be able to get the tie, the victory, not the tie. The tie would be extremely good for Zeus right now, but it seems like OvO is able. Look at that. Priestess might be able to transition across the entire map to get to the other side, to the other gate. Ooh, transitions out of the wheel form. Now Excitement is slowing down. Not slowing down, is fastening up the stun and therefore brings down the Priestess. You want to secure at least one survivor out of the game. You want to secure that one survivor elimination because it's
for a chase potential. Because that Seer Owl can delay the kites, or extend the kites rather, longer than normal. So, yeah, here we go. Loading into the match here, we are going to see the graveyard gate spawn, or rather the graveyard spawn from Santi, immediately going towards middle 2-story, which is the location of Joe the Mercenary. So not an ideal chase target here. He's going to have to transition targets somewhere else. And we see Santi getting stuck a little bit on that middle pallet, so maybe this transition to mobile for him might have been challenging. He's checking out this area over near bad corner, no target, and he has locked onto the Mercenary. He can't chase Mercenary, you gotta change targets again, so already strong rotation for the survivors here, Grizzly, and it's pretty good right out the gate here for EX.
It is a really, really good situation for the survivors. Spotted out that portal right here, is utilizing the portal to see who's on the other side, which is the Priestess, and now has his eyes on the Priestess. Priestess definitely a character that could potentially be a little bit of a tough chase, especially with having one more portal ready. Now being forced out of the wheel form, is getting stuck into Spike. Will she utilize that portal anytime soon? We have the... Ooh, gets pushed down right here. Fantastic job by the entomologist. We have the wheel form yet again, and that is definitely buying enough time for the Priestess to make more distance. Has the portal ready right here. Is getting... Oh, look at that! Was baiting the wheel form down, and now we can see Santi trying to really focus on that Priestess, but figured out that the entomologist is nearby, and maybe switching the target might be the best option right now, even though Zyro is a good survivor when it comes to kiting with the entomologist, especially against the breaking wheel. It might be beneficial, especially since Priestess in corner house is such a strong target, such a difficult target.
Absolutely, looping the little cat statue. I mean, this counters wheel. I mean, this works. We should see Seer Owl be used to observe the entomologist here. We'll probably expect Sonny to go for the blink. Goes for the blink. Oh, Grizzly, they were not able to use the Owl there. You have to give Owl early to expect the blink, and the Seer unfortunately was not prepared there to do so. So it looks like now this is a pretty. It's a situation where Santi can come back. He's going to get out of wheel form. He has his snap available. We're going to see him go for the trap, just trying to prevent the entomologist from getting away here. We should see the snap right now. Entomologist needs to cancel her bees before she goes down. Oh, she didn't cancel, which means you can actually just kill the bees completely. If you're able to cancel the bees, then you prevent them from taking extra damage. But still not too bad of a start for the survivors. Pretty good Cypher progress, but maybe still on track for a draw here. If Seer was able to give that Owl to the entomologist there, I think they have a winning position completely, but because they weren't able to give the Owl their slight misstep from the Seer might have cost EX a potential win here on the survivor side, but still a possibility of a draw. We're actually going to see a double rescue, Mercenary absorbing the hit. Yeah, I'm not sure Seer and Mercenary rescuing. I'm not really sure the idea behind this. It's really not necessary. The breaking wheel isn't full presence, so maybe just lack of communication on the side of EX here. That's actually really detrimental for them. This gives
the Owl was used.
Oh, they used the Owl as well. Yeah, and that's a waste of an Owl there.
That is crucial for OvO right here. Santi definitely in a spot where he can come back from this, because Priestess again was a really, really difficult target so early in the match, and then Entomologist with the bees was buying so much time. But now with the utilization of the Owl is gone, and as you said, the double rescue was definitely slowing down that decoding progress. It was going on so well early in the match. Now we can see that Santi is definitely having a really good chance of getting back to this, potentially not only getting the tie but putting himself up for a 3 survival elimination. We can see he is concentrating on the entomologist, but is getting stuck a little bit with the obstacles. Yes, we can see that the spike was attached because the entomologist wasn't able to go through the portal in time. Cypher machines are not ready. As soon as the snap comes, that survivor is down and out of the game, because we don't have a harasser that could potentially stun and rescue the entomologist. So therefore, first survival elimination. We still have not only... We have around 2 Cypher machines to go. One is at 90%, but at the same time, there's a long way to go. One Cypher machine was just touched. 7%, no decoding progress going on right now. They need to reevaluate the situation right here and really push if they want to get a 3 survivor escape, which almost seems impossible at this point.
Yeah, and we're going to see him go ahead and change targets to Seer here. Actually does not get that full presence hit, so that's really important here. Seer able to avoid this hit here, trying to stay alive. Oh, throws the pallet. Oh, gets Terror Shock on the vault. Of huge turn of events here for Santi. He's able to just slug and go over to the last Cypher. And unfortunately, a huge misstep for AX Winter here, and just like that, Santi may have a 4-person elimination situation. It looks like a pretty, probably drawn-out match, but yeah, just a big Terror Shock there, and just like that, Santi didn't even have to use Blink for that kill, Grizzly. And just like that, he can easily just go for this Mercenary, go for 2 spikes, and then go for that. Oh, he's actually not able to get that here. Does get that that spike onto the Mercenary. Still has an elbow pad to work with, so we'll probably see them use that elbow pad. But just elbow pads to the corner, so Santi's going to be able to get a free down because of that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I guess just a missed elbow pad there from EX as well, and Santi easily has a winning position now.
Definitely buys them more time to, you know, just get more decoding on the Cypher machines. We can see the Priest is slowly transitioning in for a rescue because they need to keep the survivor team alive if they want to get, you know, not only 1 survivor, but maybe even 2 survivors through the gates, want to secure the tie. It looks extremely strong for OvO right now. They definitely have a winning situation right here. We have the Seer now being chased down, and we have the Snap coming through, which will bring down Winter. And as far as I know, Seer was healing up himself, so there's no self-heal on the Seer right now. Plugging the Seer in this corner is definitely beneficial for Senti, because now he can just concentrate yet again on the Mercenary who was already on the chair. Priestess is in the area, is kind of staying there to give a little bit of tinnitus, but at the same time can see Senti. Oh, might actually... No, didn't really find out where this Mercenary was, and is now going for the Priestess. Saw the scratch marks on the floor, and here we have it. Priestess is in an area where she takes the spikes. Not necessarily the best position, but is still able to get out of this area, is still able to cross the map right here. We have no portals ready on the Priestess. Now we have a spike, and that is definitely a situation where the Priestess might go down very soon. Seer again is getting healed, cannot use the self-heal, and it is a little bit of a back and forth. It is a little bit of a back and forth, but it looks still extremely good for Senti. Coming back to that Seer, who has 2 spikes attached, who will go down. Ooh! Wait.
Oh no, yeah, I guess he had 1 extra chip available, so, I think, I'm not really sure, I think he had 1 extra chip available, so, he did get that owl baited, and he does have a quarter of a health left, so we're gonna see Santi get out here, does have full presence, but keep in mind the snap is still in cooldown for another 10 seconds. Seer needs to try to make it to this pallet here, goes for that, gets to the side of the pallet, gets the pallet stun as well, so keeping EX alive a little bit longer here. Santi's gonna wait, gets the trap as well, doesn't have to use snap there, can get a base again for the down. Cyphers are almost done here, Grizzly, but I'm feeling, oh, he's gonna stop the chair. This might actually give them enough time to potentially prime these last Cyphers.
Yeah, that's definitely not the... I mean, that's a smart move, right? You want to bring the survivors to the chair, because if the last Cypher is primed, which Senti doesn't know, is the last Cypher primed, yes or no? Maybe it is, and then the Seer would get up, and that would definitely put him into a situation where he has 3 survivors up and running while he was looking for another survivor, so everyone can kind of get away and kind of take the attention for, you know, a potential tie. So putting the Seer on the chair was definitely a smart move. Now we can see he's cutting off the way of the Mercenary. Mercenary cannot come in for the rescue, and Priestess is not having that last Cypher machine primed yet. So we have the Seer going down right here, and this will be the back and forth. We can see that Senti is concentrating on that 3rd survivor, though, is putting that Mercenary on the chair, wants to prevent the Cypher pop from happening. And Priestess is now the last survivor standing with 1 chip damage away from going down. Will most likely push that last Cypher machine. I'm curious to see how this match ends up, if we will see potential dungeon escape with, you know, 2 portals. That is definitely something that is still on the table, or if she will come in for a rescue. I would assume the 1 survivor escape from the Priestess would be exactly what they want, if that is even possible. A difficult situation. It's gonna be a fight for the dungeon.
Yeah, fight for the dungeon indeed. Priestess has 2 portals, goes for the blink, there goes the he misses the swing. Can Priestess avoid this trap? Is able to avoid it. She needs some mind game at this pallet. is able to mind game that there, trying to stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, it's a really tough situation. It's really just a mind game at this point. 3 portals for the Priestess, so if she's able to portal through here, Santi might just give her the free route to the dungeon. Oh, but she should have... Oh, Grizzly, if she portaled that wall there, she could have made it. I think Santi gave her a little bit of a work. Oh, but she portals and makes it this time. Santi, yeah, maybe he didn't realize the dungeon was there. Force an extra mirror with that owl. Magician is a character that can actually kite out mirror images. If you're able to illusion those mirrors, it can be really challenging to deal with. So interesting to see how it's going to come into play. We do have our match resumed, actually restarted rather, and we are going to have a top broken spawn here from Zeus. So a little bit of different spawn. 2 survivors spawning near bottom broken. That is the location of... not quite sure we're going to see in a second here, but either way, he has some...
It's going to be a magician.
Yeah, it's going to be the magician. So yeah, just a repeat of what we saw not only in the last run, but also here. We're going to see the illusion for the magician, able to avoid that hit. Can Zeus get a follow-up? No, it doesn't look like it, and this is exactly why magician can be a strong character against the Bloody Queen if utilized properly.
Look at that. Again, we have the magician coming strong into this match right here, creating distance and really buying time for the team. Now transitioning out of this area a little bit to get to more pallets. It's just in a really good position as well, because we have all these walls, and even if Zeus would come in with a mirror, it's gonna be difficult to effectively utilize that skill, because again, all these walls might be a little bit difficult for the main body to just follow up. And we have another magician magic wand confusing Zeus a little bit. We have now no abilities left. The Seer's Owl was protecting the magician yet again. Absolutely fantastic. And we can also see Zeus is not really having the presence up right here. Buys a lot of time for the survivor team. That magician, absolutely fantastic. And we can see Zeus also realizing that and saying, alright, okay. Magician, definitely not a character I should underestimate. So let's concentrate on a different survivor. Let's concentrate on another survivor find. And it is the mercenary, which is definitely a character that can out-kite that mirror as well with these elbow pads. Still 3 elbow pads left, and Zeus knows that. Rotates around, tries to find more survivors. And look at the team coordination. They are rotating away from the hunter. They are transitioning away, and they are buying so much time. Not a single survivor is injured. Cypher machine progress. Look at that. Almost 3 Cypher machines done. I mean, 1 at 60, but 2 almost done. Absolutely fantastic start for OvO right here.
Yeah, interestingly, Zeus didn't blink there. I feel like that would have been a very strong place to blink. If you just blink there, get a free hit, and then use a mirror image, you can kill the Seer right after. He should blink right here to get at least 1 hit. No, being very conservative. Still no blink. Really not sure what Zeus is waiting for. There's no reason not to blink there. Just blink, get a free hit, and then mirror after to get the kill. So now he's going to have to use double mirror or just a delayed blink, which is not strong at all here for Zeus. So yeah, I'm not sure Grizzly what Zeus was waiting for with that blink there. Maybe trying for a potential trade swap option, but 2 Cypher machines already popped, another one with a lot of progress, another at 80%. Oh, Mercenary actually had to use an elbow pad there. Zeus is now going to go for blink through the wall here, and he will be able to get the down with this one, but that kill was delayed an extra 20 or 30 seconds because he took too long to go for that blink. So unfortunately for Zeus, a little bit of a misstep may cost him a potential tie here. 2 Cypher machines already remaining. The last 2 Cyphers already been started. OvO definitely on track for at least a 3 survivor escape here. And since this is the first share, if one of these survivors is able to conserve their tide turner, maybe they can go for 4. We're going to see him go, oh, gets a hit on the Mercenary, canceling the elbow pad, and can now go for a potential double hit. So if there's any chance for Zeus to come back here, it might be right in this instance.
And we can see Mercenary taking that hit. But again, Cypher machines, look at that, 81 to 65. 2 Cypher machines are almost done right here. Can see the Mercenary is trying to body block a little bit more for the Seers. Oh, blocking off the way. That is going to buy a lot of time. Mirror not ready yet. We can see Mercenary still standing in place, but the mirror is coming through. And this is actually, look at that, good double down for the Bloody Queen, but its Cyphers were not ready, not in time. It was so close. Now, 1 Cypher machine remaining, 1 Cypher machine at 99. What a fantastic team play from the survivors so far. We can have 1 survivor coming in for the rescue. Meanwhile, Mercenary will have to either heal up, which takes a long time, or just wait for the Cypher pop to happen. You can see Acrobat is making his way to the chairs, not getting caught, is not getting cut off, is taking that first hit. Rescue happens now. Again, we have the Mercenary still on the ground, but he is concentrating on the Seer right here. Cypher pop again will... Ooh, that would have been an extremely good hit with the wall, but Cypher pop will happen as soon as the Seer is taking damage. And there it goes, late game activated. Zeus is now not having his trade ready yet, but the mirror is in place and is trying to catch at least one survivor. You want to catch at least one survivor. Again, this is an extremely strong match for the survivor side of OvO. And look at that coordination. They just transition away. They're gonna try to get not only 3 survivors, but 4 survivors out of that game. What a fantastic match right here from OvO. We have the mercenary being injured. He's still in the late effect, and that's a really, really good situation because he is sitting on the dungeon.
Yeah, and this might potentially be an extra escape here. We're going to see him go for the swing at the... And it's kind of just mercenary's trapped in here. He's able to get the down on the mercenary. Mercenary push dungeon early. Might have had a chance. Going for the teleport. The gate's open. Can he get a hit on one of these survivors? Hits the magician. Can he potentially crawl out here? And he does make it out. Spear makes it out as well. Acrobat has not left. He's still at graveyard. Maybe Zeus has a chance here. If he's able to potentially snipe out the Acrobat with his mirror, he's got a possibility here to come back. Really mirror graveyard. It's really important that he does so as soon as possible. And he's thinking, he doesn't know where he wants to mirror, losing Tinnitus. I think he may know Acrobat's in graveyard now. Will he go for the mirror angle change? He goes for the angle, and it picks up sight of the Acrobat. It picks up sight of the Acrobat, which means he knows where the Acrobat is. Acrobat should be able to potentially kite this out using this bomb. Mercenary can get back up here, so the important thing is, can Mercenary get the exit gate open before Zeus kills his Acrobat? I think he actually will be able to do so. It's already 50% of the way here, which actually means Acrobat can potentially push Dungeon at back gate, maybe even go for a 4-survivor escape here.
Yeah, that's the thing. 20 more seconds for detention to run out, and that's definitely something you need to keep in mind. If, oh, it's just making so much distance right here. Will he? No. Will he jump away from that hit? He can't make it. He had 2 options. He could have went for the dungeon or for the front gate, guarded on the chair, eliminate that first survivor, and then late game, doesn't matter if all Cypher machines pop, as long as you can bring down 1 more survivor and send that 1 more survivor back to the manor, this will secure the tie, and that's all they need. That's all they need. Even if the Hunter pick is not the strongest, the situation that he is in is just extremely good and is definitely playing in his favor. And we can see we have the Priestess right here being the first survivor, was already throwing down a little bit of a window. Again, windows are the worst enemies for breaking wheels, so having windows on this map is definitely helping you, and we can see Priestess definitely making some distance right here.
Yeah, and it looks like we actually do have Batter, so it looks like Batter was not banned. It might have been just like a little bit of technical difficulties, and actually Acrobat was banned. Priestess is going to use a portal against the wheel form. Typically, you want to save your items until the hunter gets out of wheel form, because look, breaking wheel just goes straight through the portal, takes it down instantly. So there's really no reason to use your portals while in wheel form for the most part. Now Priestess doesn't have any portals to work with for a few seconds, so she's going to try to dodge these spikes as long as possible. Goes for the juke, still gets the hit there, and now Grizzly, just like we talked about, does not have a portal to work with, so she's going to go down right away here. No owl here in the vicinity, obviously, because Sears, was banned by Santi. So will the Batter come in for support? It looks like no. So very fast down for Santi here, already putting himself in a good position. Let's see who opts to come for rescue. I expect Mercenary to come for first save, and potentially Batter to harass afterwards. But Mercenary gets wanted order as well, so Santi's able to potentially cut that off from a distance, and Batter might actually have to go for the first rescue instead.
See, I think the Explorer also transitioning a little bit into the area. I'm not sure if he is setting himself up for a rescue, but that's, again, it's gonna be crucial. Oh, Explorer is coming through. It's gonna be crucial for Santi to just secure the first survival elimination, and they know it. EX knows it. They know they have to go in for a rescue before half. Fantastic job. Explorer body blocking that hit right here, giving time to the Priestess, who has 1 portal ready to get away from here, and we have the Batter coming in for support. Fantastic job from EX, buying a little bit more time, but again, Santi can make it through that portal. Is having a little bit of issues, and that's giving enough time for the Priestess to get to the mirror. Again, these the window. These windows are so strong. Blink is helping Santi to keep track, to keep, the gap closed between himself and the Priestess. And now we have the Priestess down again. Scares away the Batter right here. Definitely want to get that Priestess on the chair again, though.
Yeah, here comes the Batter for support, and it's really hard for Santi to actually spike this Batter because of that church window. You see why this is such a difficult map here to deal with if you are a breaking wheel. Santi trying to get a hit on the Batter, but Grizzly, keep in mind how fast Priestess heals. She should have her heal online in a moment. Santi has to go for the pickup, but it plays right into the batter. He's able to get that push off there. Excellent job from the batter. And Santi's back into wheel form, but the Priestess has a good chance of making it to the church window and is able to actually avoid the extended spikes here, making it to church window. And now what does Santi do? He doesn't have Blink available. He's not going to be able to get any spikes on the Priestess because of church window. He's actually completely changing targets to some different target here, trying to find this Explorer. Can he actually find him hiding here? Oh, he did find the Explorer. Explorer needed to stay hidden there, and he did not. He revealed himself to the Hunter, unfortunately. Santi's able to get the down because of this, but Priestess was able to get away here, so this gives a small chance for EX to come back.
That is, for sure, it was a really, really good situation for EX that the Priestess was able to recover from that first early down, and now we have the Explorer on the chair. It is basically taking turns on the chairs again. We saw this before in this tournament. Taking turns on the chair is very, very crucial, and you want to do that to buy more time for the rest of the team to decode. And if we look at the Cypher Machine progress, 4 Cypher Machines have been started. The one that is least decoded is at 55, so that is not too bad, but at the same time, the 5th Cypher Machine hasn't been decoded, and that might be a little bit of a tough situation. Explorer is getting rescued before half. That is very crucial. Again, you need to rescue your teammates. You need to take turns on the chairs. We have Mercenary being injured. Now, Santi most likely concentrating on that Explorer again. You want to... Oh, look at that. The escape route is active, but Explorer is getting chased right away. Explorer might be the... Seems like he... There we go. Explorer is found again. Explorer almost went all the way across the map just to get out of sight, but Santi is really wanting that Explorer. Saw the reel on the floor, but he's going through the portal.
Yeah, makes it to the portal in time. Explorer will go down. Now, can Priestess get the heal off in time? We saw this happen in the first round with Everything Town, so I imagine Explorer probably will be able to get up here if the Priestess is able to get this heal off. It's going to be close at this point. Santi does have full presence, so even if they get the Explorer up just like that, Grizzly, we're going to see him come in here, get the spike onto the Mercenary. The problem is he cancels... No, he doesn't cancel the full presence. Batter fails to cancel the full presence, unfortunately, which means Mercenary's going to go down here, and he finds the hidden Explorer. What a find here from Santi. The problem with the situation, Grizzly, is all 4 survivors are here. No one's decoding, and Batter misses the timing there, which means that he's going to be placed on the rocket chair. So just a few little missteps here from EX, and Santi taking huge advantage. It was looking good for them. They had those church windows to work with. They had pretty decent Cypher progress. They still do, but unfortunately, Explorer, no pages available. Still 2 Cyphers remaining. It's going to be very difficult for them to have any sort of comeback. They're able to get the rescues. He goes for the blink to down the Batter, and he probably will just continue after this Explorer, try to go for one more spike, and just get the elimination on Explorer.
So that is actually very interesting. It is a back and forth. We can really see how the Breaking Wheel was doing extremely well early in the game. Then EX was coming back, and now we can see how Breaking Wheel pressures the survivors again. Cypher Machine progress is going on extremely good, though. We have 1 Cypher Machine at almost 70 and 1 at 22. So it's gonna be a good game for EX. Again, they need to get at least 3 survivors out of this match. We have the Explorer down again. Explorer can't really hit the chair again. You gotta be careful right here, EX. We have the Batter in the area. Batter might go down to the spikes though, so that's definitely something to keep an eye open for too, because that last Cypher Machine, that 22% Cypher Machine, is not ready yet, is not being worked on yet either. So what is happening now is we have the Explorer on the chair. Explorer will get eliminated as far as I know, and the survivors need to push that last Cypher, but at the same time, with 1 survivor eliminated and the last Cypher not being primed, that puts the Breaking Wheel into a position where he can now really focus on 1 more target and just, you know, guard that target, just protect that rocket chair, avoid the rest of the team to make that rescue, and, you know, just take the tie. Tie is all they need, and the survivor team definitely has a chance to, you know, get 3 survivors out too, but it is definitely looking good for Santi right now.
Yeah, did miss that snap though. Excellent job from the Mercenaries, able to elbow pad out of range of that snap, so Santi ends up wasting a snap there, and it's now on a 30-second cooldown. I think he's probably, as you mentioned, Grizzly, just going to go for a single chase target here. Typically, when Breaking was trying to go for a win, you go extremely aggressive, try to find new chase targets, but he's just going to go ahead, go for this Mercenary instead. He's going to wait for that snap cooldown, which is up in a few seconds here, and he's just going to down the Mercenary like that, but Mercenary keeping enough distance where Santi can't snap. Oh, but he runs back towards Santi. It should allow him to go for the snap here, and it does allow him to get the down here. He's going to go ahead and slug and go back to the Cypher. He knows both survivors are probably around here. Does he find a survivor hidden there? It looks like no, he only finds the Priestess. So let's see if he opts to go for this blink online in 10 seconds here. He's going to get out of wheel form most likely. Priestess does get hit by that as well. Blink online in 3 seconds here for Santi. He's going to try to stay alive as long as possible. Santi should blink right through. Goes for the blink. No, he doesn't get it. The blink was not online. It's still on a 1-second cooldown. And now Priestess creates enough distance where she can delay this blink as long as possible. We see the batter, I believe, pushing the last Cypher machine here. Priestess is going to go for a long portal as well. The question is, does Santi use his blink? I think no. It's better to save your blink for endgame. Just try to secure that second kill you need for a draw.
That is for sure. Definitely want to save that blink. Also brings down the Priestess right here before the Cypher machine is primed. So now we have the Priestess on the chair for the second time, I believe, because Priestess was on the chair so early in the match. And that is definitely putting her into a good position, because even if the survivors are coming in for a rescue, and even if they are pulling off a really good rescue, Priestess will be dead on chair. So that is, as soon as Priestess is going down again, it will be a tough situation. And we have the batter down. The batter who was supposed to pop that last Cypher, who can now not get up with the pop of that Cypher. Tough situation. Priestess off the chair. Yes, Mercenary still in the game. Mercenary could potentially take one hit, but not a spike in it. So we have to be careful right here. Again, EX needs to get a 3 survivor escape, and they are playing it really back and forth right here. Back and forth. And ultimately, that might go in favor of OvO. If you play it back and forth like that, that might be a little bit... OvO was trying to swing. Oh, blink is coming through. That is definitely crucial, because now the distance that the survivors had is not enough to make it to that Siphon. Oh, I'm
he goes back into wheel form. Yeah, he goes back into wheel form. That just allows him to pop. Yeah, interesting choice from Santi. Doesn't even have full presence. I mean, he can't. Oh, Batter does miss that ball there. He's gonna miss the hit as well. Batter does have the cooldown reset. This might be a potential 3 survivor escape here. Santi needs to go to the gate there. He shouldn't have used the blink. You gotta conserve your blink there. If you're Santi, use it for an endgame chase. He's gonna go ahead and go for Mercenary here. Mercenary trying to avoid the spikes as much as possible. He's gonna be able to get 1 spike there, trying to push to that dungeon, but they have not started the X again, and hits the trap on the Mercenary. That's probably going to be all Santi needs here to get the draw. We're going to see Batter obviously come in, try to do something here, but just not a lot to work with. He's going to slug Mercenary and go for backgate, which is curious. Curious decision from Santi. He doesn't need to go for anything more than a tie here. I think he's just trying to search out the batter. Did he not see the batter there? I don't think he saw the batter there. And he now should see the trail of the batter. He's going to go ahead and try to spike down this batter. It could be that Mercenary doesn't have self-heal as well. He's just going to go try to down this batter as well. Yeah, I mean, just no blink available. It's really difficult for Santi to actually get this kill here. Batter's going to go ahead and go for the ball. Does get that knockback. And has 2 more balls to work with as well. So it's still a difficult chase here for Santi. Oh, but he hits the trap over the wall. That's a huge trap from Santi. He's able to get the down a lot faster than he might have actually normally been able to.
This could have been extremely difficult for Santi, because again we can see the global portal is coming through and will definitely rescue the Mercenary, which could have been definitely beneficial to the survivor team in case they would get them up in time, and you know, Batter could have potentially went through the gate as well, or through the dungeon. But this ended in being we can see Priestess going back again. They know they have to get the 3 survivor escape, and if they would leave, that would put them into a situation where they tie, because we now have the Batter on the chair. Priestess is trying to pull it off. Priestess is getting that survivor off the chair. We see the portal is coming through. Santi is not having the biggest issues with the portal. Let's see how this plays out. Will he get pushed away far enough? Not necessarily. It's such a tough situation. It's such a tough situation. The Batter needs to get away. He couldn't. Batter is dead on chair. Priestess can't really rescue the Batter at this point. And this might be it. This might be the tie. But Santi is going forward. Santi is trying to get another survivor. That might be a little bit risky in my eyes, because Batter, I believe, can still get up.
Yeah, why go for this? Santi has the tie to share the batter, and your team wins. He's going to go for, like, does get the down on the Priestess. So I guess it does work out, but that's so unnecessarily risky here. Batter does get up. He's going to make it, I mean, maybe try to go for the gate, maybe try to rescue. I don't know. Is Priestess actually dead on chair?
Priestess is dead on chair.
They are. So they were. So that does work out in Santi's favor.